comes, we're heading out, hear the battle drums. Carrier drops in these war-torn grounds, the sky is filled with a deafening sound. Loadouts checked, our nerves are tight, it's chaos out there, but we're ready to fight. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder, canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few, is this fight too much for us to break through? In the fray, canopies gone as the swarm comes to play. Heal the world, systems start to fail. They're closing in fast, their strength prevails. Too many to count, and far too strong. This might be the end, we may not have long. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? With a fire, a light breaks through. We look to each other, we know what to do. Training kicks in, we form our ranks. Together we stand, there's no turning back. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through?
Oh, 7 commanders, and welcome to one of our many bad ideas. Today we are flying a Sidewinder, but not just any Sidewinder, a completely unengineered Sidewinder with no engineering whatsoever. No engineer, well, that's not exactly true. One engineer has been visited to kit this ship, but not because of engineering, but because of enhanced performance thrusters, which are only available at Professor Palin and other engineers that offer thruster engineering. But they are unengineered as well, that they don't have the engineered icon. So here through a model screen, a model scroll, you'll see we have EBTs, again, completely unengineered, 2 Guardian Gauss cannons, mounting premium ammo, as are the rules of Hephaestus shunned the unengineered challenge rank of anti-Xeno initiative. A Guardian Hybrid Power Distributor, and you'll see the companion of this, which is a Guardian Hybrid Power Plant, which again, once unlocked, are bought for credits at Shinde's. Life support is a D-rated and engineered. We have unengineered heat sinks, so we're going to be spamming synthesis of heat sinks because these only carry, 3 sinks each. And we'll have to do some shenanigans to even make them work properly, so we'll get on to that in a moment. A frame shift drive, a Class 1 repair input controller, which sounds like nothing, but because the ship has basically a paper hull, it actually does make quite a bit of a difference. And the rest is just nothing. So this Sidewinder, labeled bad idea, as a bad idea that it is, flies in a somewhat interesting way. It does fire in a staggered pattern because the Guardian Power Distributor has G3 grade 3 equivalent in terms of a recharge rate, but it has an abysmally low weapons and, well, really anything capacity. So the implication of that is that the heat spike associated with firing weapons on this power distributor are very, very high. You can fire staggered Gauss, but if you try to fire 2 small Gauss together like you do on a normal Sidey, your heat spike would go to like 50%, and you'd be in trouble. So we are firing on a staggered pattern, but with 1 heat sink and this Guardian Power Distributor, we are able to use only 3 pips in our weapon capacitor during attack runs. That leaves another 3 pips to distribute it between our system distributor and our engine distributor. Now, in a normal ship, you could care less during an attack run about your system capacitor because you have more than enough system capacity to fire all the sinks you want. In this particular fight, that is absolutely not the case. Again, due to the fact that the Guardian Power Distributor has an abysmally low power distributor capacity, you do need some recharge in system in order to be able to fire all those 6 sinks without running dry. And you actually need to be able to fire 7. We'll get to that in a moment when we start the fight, because we will pre-synth sinks to make our sinks last a little longer on that first attack pass and maybe even on the second one. So we're putting 0.5 pips in sys, we're putting the most we can in eng, which is 2.5, and we're putting 3 in weapon, which is what this build needs. With this configuration, the so-called orbital velocity, that is the maximum speed with this pip configuration of his ship, is 253 meters per second, which is not a lot. But because the acceleration of a Heidi is very high, it is enough to orbit Thargoids in a sort of decent manner. Stalls are still a big danger. Getting caught by lightning is still a big danger. But it just makes this fight barely possible. Like on the edge of it can be done, but it's probably a bad idea. And that's why the ship is called Bad Idea. So with that, happy to take any questions as we get underway, but I think we are broadly ready to get underway. I think we have already limpets loaded, which is the one key critical thing we all always forget. And we are good to go. We are in Stereopid 2, in the Pleiades, right next door from Asterope. We are going to go find Medusa, ideally one in a debris field, so that we can thin out the swarm when we start the fight, since we have no flak and no real ability to deal with a swarm otherwise. So we'll see if we can get a little bit of a small tactical advantage by doing that. Thank you, Hughie, for the trust. We'll see. We'll see where your money lands you. You might be right. You might be right. There's a poll running on the YouTube channel if you want to answer the poll. We'll see what people think as to who is the favorite of this challenge. Is it the Goids or is it the humans? Where am I? Where did my carrier ballet land? It landed like... These are 60,000 clicks away. Okay, if I'm 60,000 clicks away, we might have a problem because I don't think we have frame shift. Oh gosh. Yes. Everything. I thought I'd jump at the A star, but I think this guy put me at the B star. So we'll have a little delay as to when we start the fight, which is fine because we are actually starting early, which is even better, and that's one good reason. Well, thank you, Pikachu. I appreciate the trust, but we do need to relocate our carrier because otherwise, like that trip is gonna take a while. Now, one thing which was a problem with Sidey versus Hydra, which is probably not going to be a problem here, but you never know, is something that you really never ever worry about in practically any other ship, which is fuel consumption. This thing burns without hardpoints, as you can see in the bottom right of the screen. It's 0.72 tons of fuel per hour. If we open our hardpoints, that goes all the way up to over 1 ton of fuel per hour, which means that we actually don't have that much fuel. And I had calculated, I think I had about 2 hours autonomy or endurance with a Sidey Hydra fight. So 2 hours for a Hydra fight is a lot, but if you need to go repair and take it really slow, it's far from the highest that, you know, fights versus Hydras I've ever taken. So it's an additional limitation, if you shall, of this fight. Hey Shurkat, welcome to the stream. By the way, we are flying with a German Kovas in honor of Shurkat 09. So if you're asking why do you have a German Kovas, that's a reason. And as I was mentioning earlier, for those who just joined the stream, we do need to relocate our carrier. Now, finding a spot in Asterope would be a dream come true, but Asterope basically never has spots in Asterope A. You can try. No, there's already 16 carriers. It's not going to work. Let's see if there is a spot here, intra-system, that we can fish out. Stereopy A has a spot now. All right. That should allow us to jump. That should allow us to jump nearby, and we are 17 minutes away from departure. And in the meanwhile, we can talk again a little bit more about the build, because, I mean, this is as far from meta builds as they come, right? This is an unengineered starter ship. It has 2 Guardian Gauss cannons. Some people might ask, well, why not shards and why not, or mod shards, and why not mod plasma? Mod plasma actually has higher nominal DPS on paper than even Gauss. Small shards just utterly suck. Medium mod shards are probably the best AX weapons in the game, but the small ones have much lower armor piercing, and as a result, their damage falls off massively in the small package. Small Guardian Gauss cannons instead have the same armor piercing ratio as the medium ones, so their damage ratio falls off a lot less. In fact, small Guardian Gauss cannons are more efficient on a damage per energy basis than even their medium counterparts. and are among the most efficient damage per energy weapons in the game, and they're definitely such for the small package. So on a ship that is massively distributor constrained like the Sidewinder, getting something that is optimized on a damage per energy basis is ideal, rather than optimizing, say, for hull damage like the small plasma charges. Small plasma charges also would absolutely tank the overall distributor capacity, while, you know, probably competitive on exerts, but because the breach damage of plasma charges is so low, sniping hearts with those would be a nightmare. So Gauss it is. That's the logic about this. Against human targets, Gauss generally no. Gauss generally is a worse railgun as far as human targets are concerned. Modified plasma chargers have a significant component of absolute damage, however, so they can be somewhat used against human targets. But again, they're probably a worse version of a plasma accelerator in that regard. They do have a faster shot speed, so they have at least some redeeming qualities, but they're certainly not meta weapons as far as either PvE or PvP is concerned. Utility mounts are 2 heat sinks for a total of 6 heat sinks, plus what we will pre-synthesize. So we'll get on that in a moment. So total health, that is a good question. Let me see if I can remember how to, there you go, scroll the different stats at the bottom of the screen. So shield strength, obviously 0. Integrity is the armor rating that you see at the bottom right of the screen. 586 hull points. Although I will note, and now we're getting to a kind of optional internal, because I'm using 2 Guardian hull reinforcement packages, I do have a little bit of caustic resistance. I have a compounded total of roughly, what is it, 8 or 9%? Let's see what Etsy says. Actually, 9.8% caustic resistance, which, I mean, it's not nothing. It's not a game changer, but it's nice. It's also nice because this caustic resistance applies not only to armor damage, but it applies also to module damage. So the caustic resistance of these modules actually benefits not just your total hull, but it also benefits your module health, which on this ship actually does matter because our module health is tied to having a single module reinforcement package. So if we start face tanking and start getting shot in the face, we'll spend a long time repairing. So we'll try our best not to, although it might happen. Welcome Kai Brunis to the stream. Welcome Error 13376. Hugely welcome to the stream. Should it be named Tissue Box? Well, yeah. Well, I've actually fought Hydras even in ships with far fewer hit points. I think the lowest I've gone is about 90 hit points in a completely unkitted Viper Mark III. So that was a Tissue Box. This one has almost 6 times the armor of that one, so I wouldn't call it a Tissue Box. But I have called it bad idea because fighting a Medusa in an unengineered Sidewinder is a very bad idea, and hence the name. 1 caustic missile and that Sidewinder is going to liquefy. If caustic missiles are necessarily the most dangerous thing, yeah, it would be annoying, but honestly, the swarm is far more dangerous than the caustic missiles. Hey, Perro, welcome to the stream. Hey, Hugie, by the way, I haven't welcomed you as well to the stream. Same as Shadow Mystery, welcome to the stream as well. Cola, so. Hey, Hannibal, welcome to the stream as well. And Gurpiter, welcome. Like, lots of folks, guys. Welcome everybody to the stream. Great to have you all. This is going to be fun. Yeah, swarms are the worst. They're the real danger of Thargoid fights. I do like that I'm sort of kidding my 8 Titan decal on this on this little engineer Sidewinder. There's a bold, that makes a very bold statement in the bad idea Sidewinder. I don't think I ever bought the ship kit of a Sidewinder. It's also 16,000 arcs, and buying the Sidewinder. I mean, if Yamix was on, I probably would do it just to see his reaction. But no, I'm not buying the item pack. And the rest is the usual kit of my ships. Like so. Oh, sorry, we skipped ahead. So, because there was a question on the armor health. So, Gauss, I explained why. Utilities, I think it goes without saying. We need as many heat sinks as we can get, and 6 is the max, and 6 is what we work with. Commander Sledgehammer, welcome to the stream. Lord Shax, welcome as well. Why the poll? It's obvious how this is going to end. Well, let's see. Let's give it 10 more seconds, then we'll close the poll and see what the stream thinks as far as the outcome of this fight and where the money is at. So anyway, on the core internal, I normally run light wave composite. On this ship, however, because it's so low on hull, I'm running military grade. I don't know if I'm gonna regret this or not, It's 4 tons, which actually does make a big difference on the Sidewinder. But it's not night and day, and we'll see. Guardian power distributor and power plant are more or less a must for an engineered build. Still available for credits once unlocked. So again, that was just a credit purchase. Enhanced performance thrusters, in my opinion, are what sets this build apart from other unengineered builds. This ship can boost up to 512 meters per second unladen and up to 462 meters per second laden, which means even unengineered, you are faster than a Medusa, which makes an enormous difference in the difficulty of a fight. If you cannot dictate range, the fight is incredibly harder. If you can dictate range, the fight becomes enormously easier. Hence why I think these are goated as far as this build are concerned. We're running a 2D frame shift drive. I mean, we could run SCOs, but like they're sort of heavier and we don't want to burn fuel that we need to actually last through a fight. So we're not running a CO, we're running a good old 2D Lightwave pure combat version of a frame shift drive. What this means is that this build, like some of the most min-max builds in the game, is effectively a short-range carrier-bound fighter. It essentially cannot jump anywhere. It's got a jump range of 7 light years. In order to even get from here to Astro, I might have to go 3 jumps. It's just not practical to jump around in the ship. Hence, you're really using this as a short-range fighter tied to your carrier. Life support obviously is D-rated. I already talked about the Guardian Hybrid Power Distributor. One thing which is little known, and 1D sensors and fuel tank are standard. Sensors are obviously the combat version of a 1D and 1A for power distributor. One thing that is actually not, that is little known about Guardian power plants is that they, when operating in conjunction with a Guardian power distributor, they have a combo effect, which in my experience, I have never seen anywhere else in any of these modules. Distribution system, blah, blah, blah. Enhanced with Guardian technology, blah, blah, blah. At the cost of smaller capacity, half the size, really small. And increased heat generation, doesn't matter. And note that last sentence. Also boosts overall power output of any power plant it is hooked into. Now, this boost is small. I think it's like in the range of 3% or something like that. So it's mostly non-consequential. And the fact that this module is not meta means that you probably, this is the first time you've probably ever heard of it. But it is a thing. And, you know, it's like one of those quirks that you see when you do things that are completely and totally off meta. The mighty Sidewinder Shadow Elite, yes. So yeah, so this is the build. I don't think there's anything else worth mentioning, but you know, we're talking about an unengineered build, so it's like, so well, maybe the repairs. So 1D repair limpet controllers repair practically nothing. They repair 60 hit points per limpet, which in a normal ship is basically nothing. On this ship, however, it's more than 10% of my hull. So my 4 limpets that I carry are the equivalent of 40% of my hull in terms of repairs. And even though I only carry 4, I do carry the synthesis ability to synthesize a lot more if I need to. I think I do at least. 23 reloads available. Yeah, plenty. So I can synthesize up to 80 to 92 more limpets for this fight, which is a lot. So that's why you, in general, if you're willing to burn the mats, and they're G1 mats, so they're really not that expensive, even just with a small, tiny size 2 4-ton cargo hold, you effectively have very significant ability to repair ship, so long as you have the synthesis. Now we are running premiums, and because we have the squadron perk, our premiums actually cost half as much as they would otherwise normally cost, which is a nice quality of life improvement. And yeah, you should get the popcorn ready, because like I think we're jumping in just a few minutes. And yes, limpet synth is incredibly overpriced. Unengineered AX, and welcome to the stream, Necromancer. An unengineered adder. Oh boy, man. The adder is a rough ship to fight in. An unengineered adder I respect if you're not fighting an unengineered adder. It does certainly call for skill to be used effectively. We all need to go more selenium carbonis. We're all, I don't know why, but we're all always eternally out of selenium. All right, we're 5 minutes to jump and fast to the start of our proper fight. I'm gonna take a quick break and we will be back in a moment. All right, we're back. Let's see what you guys said in the poll. Let's see. And poll. Wow, it is close. It is very, very, very close. Like with more than 60 votes, it's almost 50, almost perfectly 50-50. Like interesting. This is interesting. It means it really could go either way. Yeah, this is my chieftain, AX chieftain. It has the Titan golden bits at the top and a chrome paint job. I have the ship in my hangar. Like we'll pull it out later maybe. But yeah, this is the I mean business. I'm going after guides and I mean business moment. And before things get a little hectic, because this is like normally I kind of chat away while I'm killing hydras. This one actually will need a fair amount of my cognitive load. So while I'm fighting, I might not be as chatty as I normally am, because believe it or not, I actually need to focus for once. But mostly, one thing you will see in this fight, which is in a way disappointing, but it's just the reality of the game as we have it right now, is you will see what we call the no fire bug in prominent action. Because the Sidewinder is so small and because its acceleration is so high, the gimbals of the interceptor are going to struggle massively to lock it. And if the gimbals don't lock it, the Thargoid won't fire. If a Thargoid won't fire, in turn, the Thargoid actually will not go to rearm. So you may see that we might do a few hearts where we are not getting fired at all by the interceptor. Now, the swarm fires at us and chases us just fine, and that's actually the biggest threat of a fight. But the no fire bug does make the fight quite a bit easier. Not so much because the Thargoid is not firing at you, because honestly, so long as you have heat sinks, you wouldn't be hit anyway. But because the Thargoid doesn't turn and go to reload. So you don't have to go and chase it during that reload, which actually makes you lose a lot of time on target and makes the exert time much longer, and as a result, the fight much harder. With a no fire bug, you're just firing away and orbiting while the Thargoid is staring at you while the swarm is trying to catch you. And if you don't screw up, you might never fire a shot during initial confrontation. So we'll see. Now, the biggest danger, besides the swarm is a danger because you're comparatively slow on this ship. The orbital velocity I mentioned is in the 240 range. So the swarm can catch up to you. And if a swarm flies over you and starts getting agitated and then starts missing you, this ship does not do well with Thargoid missiles. Even just a few Thargoid missiles will absolutely wreck the integrity of its modules, and then we'll spend a very long time chatting while repairing, because it will take a long time with just a class 1 AFMU to repair the ship up to combat shape. So it might be a fight that takes a long time, depending on how well it goes. If it goes well, it might be as short as a regular Medusa fight, which is roughly 15 to 20 minutes. If it goes poorly and I have to repair for an extended period of time, it might take as long as an hour, or maybe even more. So we'll see. But every fight is not over until it's over. So if you need to pull away and repair, you pull away and repair. And thank you, Alex, for posting the link to No Fire Bug issue tracker. If you guys can upload this and get it to the attention of FDev, that would be lovely. Yeah. The thing about surface fights, by the way, Kai, is swarms don't deploy in surface fights. So it makes the fight a lot easier. And it is mathematically possible to kill a Hydra in a Sidewinder without exploits, but only just very barely. To a point where it's one of those things where it's mathematically possible, but practically impossible. So, yeah, I don't believe we'll ever see like a legit Sidey versus Hydra. The one Sidey versus Hydra which I have done, and I believe I am the only one who has done it to date ever, is in legacy mode using an ammo damage bug with the modified Guardian Gauss cannons, where the premium ammo multiplies damage by a lot more than the stated 30%. It gives plus 120% instead of plus 20, instead of plus 30%, and so it gives just enough damage for the Sidewinder to be able to take on a Hydra and win. But it is an exploit, candidly, so it doesn't count as far as legit fights are concerned. It was still a remarkable fight and like iconic in a way, but not in the official sort of books of record, if you shall. So did we actually make it to Star A? Yes, we did. Okay, good. Now we are where we need to be. Now we can get rolling. I mean, Hannibal, even the fact that he got it to 95% is incredibly remarkable in my book, because it's just crazy how just above the regeneration of a Hydra you are with two small Gauss. Oh, Ewan is definitely among the most technically skilled pilots in the AX community, possibly the most technically skilled. And if he is not the most technically skilled, he is up there with Heli and maybe a couple hours, maybe. So this is a Dusa bet, but not a lot of time left, and it's not guaranteed, so it's probably not a debris field. Let's see if we can find one around the station here. We're looking for a threat 7 with the 3 icons, which means it is a guaranteed Medusa interceptor and not something that instead has scouts. That's a guaranteed Hydra. We found something, but Medusas are as a guaranteed Cyclops. Is TBD, unknown. Oh, this is a station. I was looking at the wrong spot. Okay, this could be a Medusa, so we'll tag it, and if we don't find a guaranteed one, we might roll that one. The problem with the roll table of 7s is it's the broadest roll table of any signature sources, so it could be empty, it could be a green cloud. This is too far. It could be a green cloud with or without an interceptor. It could be a lot of different things. The chances that it is an interceptor is not as high. So I mean, doing it in a non-debris field makes it a little... Oh, there you go. This is a guaranteed Medusa. Does it have enough time? 6 minutes. Yes, we're good. That's exactly what we're looking for. All right. We found our target. Let's go get it. I was hitting Super Cruise Overcharge before realizing that I don't have Super Cruise Overcharge. And yeah, I mean, a lot of the community plays the game loving the zen of exploring out in the black, or of space trucking from point A to point B, and that's a great way. Thank you, Lord Shags. We'll see. We'll see if I got this. Half of you think I got this. Half of you think I don't, which is great. I love when it's even odds. I love when it's even odds. Again, I'll do a module scroll for those who just joined. This is an entirely unengineered Sidewinder. No engineering, zero, zip. There's no engineered icon in any of these modules, as you can see. There is premium ammo, and they are 2 Guardian modules, but that's about it. And again, all those are not things that require engineering whatsoever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start in the debris field, so that when the swarm deploys, the swarm collision detection is off. So a number of the swarm Thargoids will collide against the debris, and the swarm is going to thin itself out on its own. So instead of having to deal with 92 Thargoids for a chunk of a fight, we might only have to deal with 60 or even 50, which, I mean, it's not a night and day game changer kind of thing, but you know, it does make a difference. So another thing about this fight is we don't have a way to batter down the shield. So we're gonna basically go off of the clock. So the Thargoid Medusa shield takes almost exactly 4 minutes, just about 4 minutes to decay. So maybe I'll ask for your help from the audience to keep an eye when we destroy hearts on the in-game clock timer. You know, if you see me destroy a heart, punch in the chat the exact minutes and seconds of when the heart was destroyed, so that we can keep tag of 4 minutes. And after 4 minutes, we will re-engage on the next heart. In the meanwhile, we will repair, we will chat, we will do whatever else it is that we need to do. Yes, I am on premium. Premiums are allowed in the unengineered challenge of Anti-Casino Initiative rules, so we'll use them here too. It is possible to do this also without premiums, but it is very, 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 very hard to do without premiums. No premiums and no engineering, maybe that's the next part. If this one goes well, maybe I don't know. That sounds a little, that goes beyond bad idea, but that goes into true masochism level ideas. I am curious too. By the way, I have not been practicing this. This is legit the first time I take this ship out to fight. I've taken it out for screenshots yesterday, like the one I put in the stream description, but that's about it. I have not fought in this. I have not practiced. I have not trained myself. I just have done its regular space trials to configure the pips and stuff, and that is it. All right, let's dance. I'm gonna be a little quiet now because again, I'm gonna be focusing on the fight for a bit. Synth are heat sinks, and off to the races. Sinks, fire. No, I hit a debris again. See, that's a problem with launching in debris, is your shots also hit the debris. Controlling range. Did not succeed. First one didn't work. All right. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Let's actually enough time to kind of like reset this properly, or should we end it like with a boom? Oh, should end it with a boom. Ooh, boink. No. So part of the problem of starting that debris field, I'm not letting it kill me. Part of the problem we starting in the debris field is that my actual Gauss shots ended up on the debris. I was trying really, really hard to avoid them, but again, this ship doesn't really steer or turn very much, and as a result, that didn't work. So this next time around, we're gonna try and be a little bit further out from the debris field. Let's reload our limpets. And let's get rolling again. The first two hearts I by far the hardest. I'm also surprised as to a little bit. I want to check something, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, let me double check one thing. Also, I had an orbit stall there at the beginning, which was not great. Let's see if we got a new spawn. Otherwise, we'll go to the 7 that was out there earlier. Let's see if we can roll that one. It's an hour 7. It's 5. One other way. It's the guaranteed basilisk. Very far. I think these are still very far. So ignore these for a moment. Alright, let's roll that 7. Again, the chances are low. Oh, I'm actually also on the wrong tuning setting. You never see 9s if you're on the right tuning setting. Try and roll that 7. Well, that 7 might actually be scouts based on the setting itself. So capacitor was good. Range control was, I think, okay. I'm looking at my exert timer here. My exert timer is 50 seconds. 50 seconds out of 70 from the sinks, so it's very high. So I gotta be extremely precise with those Gauss shots. Extremely precise. 46 seconds is very high when you have 60 seconds of sync coverage total, not counting presynth. Thank you, Shiro. And Marble Ford, the first one was a no-go. We did not get the exert. I think barely. I think I was reasonably close, but reasonably close and successful are pretty far apart. The thing is, we really need to get past the first two hearts and then not screw up. Because like third heart is 34 seconds and that, you know, start becoming really downhill as far as difficulty is concerned. The last heart is only 15-second exert, which is a joke compared to 3 times as much on the first. On approach. Now this is not a guaranteed Medusa and it's not in the brief field, so we'll have to deal with full swarm. I think that's gonna be okay. approaching. Pips to weapon. Let's see if we roll a Medusa. And no, we rolled scouts. That's why I was saying that my scanner setting was in a wrong spot. This is actually not even scouts. This is a basilisk that's going to jump in. Hopefully we can jump out before the basilisk jump in, otherwise we get shut down, and I'd rather not. I haven't been in one of these instances in a long time. Well, there was another 7 that we could have rolled, but let's see if there is something that has spawned in the meanwhile. That's scouts, that's a Clops. That's maybe Hydra. That's whatever it is, it's the B stars are very far. There's nothing quite here. Let's see if this 7 still has enough time on it. 1.34 minutes. It's barely. We're not in a gravity well, so we're gonna move fast, but if we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it with really seconds remaining. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it. We'll see. Theo is online. Let's see him. Oh, he is. Yeah, he is. Look at him. Now, math doesn't lie. So, if this thing says that the exert is 46 seconds, it is 46 seconds. 46 seconds over 70 seconds should clear when I roughly have 2 sinks left, which should be more than enough to snipe. But it didn't work on the previous run. Is that because I was hitting the debris? Or why was that? Yeah, we're not gonna make this. I don't think we're gonna make it in 20 seconds. Yeah, forget about it. Let's find an hour. So, probably Hydra. As I mentioned, part of the challenge is, oh, guaranteed, 18,000. It's a bit far, but, you know, it's guaranteed, so, you know, we'll get there in 18 minutes, more than enough. MTOD is only 99% correct. It used to be that MTOD was far less than 99% correct. I would argue after Auto Drew and fixed the math, it is now 100% correct. It's the same math as the Gauss calculator, so, you know, when a literal professor of physics does the math, I trust the math. He is literally a professor of physics in life. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I do think that it was really close. Well, MTOT was wrong because the initial math was Mechan's math. After the math became all Druin's math, nobody ever proved that ever wrong again. Right. You know, there's this thing in the anti-Xeno community where I have some crazy idea. I do something to kind of implement that crazy idea. Aran breaks it and proves it that it's wrong. Orduin comes in and fixes the math of it, and then Mediocre implements it and makes it work nicely in a bot or some other cool thing. That's how we generally do things in the AXI. But yes, most of my tools have been wrong from the get-go, but they were interesting enough that somebody came in and fixed them, and then actually made them correct. Oh, there still is. I put it there. Yeah, because I knew that people in the XI were gonna try and break the code base in every possible way and think about every possible edge case about doing something funny, like, I don't know, using more weapons than was possible on a ship, or using fewer shots than was possible on a fight. And so I actually coded all those edge cases, saying, "Ha, you're trying to be funny, huh? Right? But you know what? Like, I'll get back at you. So the bot can be funny that way. The Corsair is the best AX ship right now in the game by a mile. Like, there's two versions of it which are incredibly good. One with modified shards is the hardest hitting AX ship in the game, and the one which mixes modified plasma charges and adds the multi-cannons is the easiest to use ship in the game. Alright, let's roll, guys. Enough time for chit chat. This time we're gonna get a little bit further out of the debris field so that we don't have the issue that we had before, or at least we have less of it. So we're gonna start orbiting down this way so we get out of the debris field. This guy's also out of the debris field, but maybe he'll turn around and we'll have a little bit more time to start. Flight assist off. Let's get our heat sinks pre-synthesized. Are we good to launch? I think we are. Sinks and firing. Start getting an angle here. This is good. This is it. Like getting the Thargoid destroyed without actually hitting debris with Gauss, which is exactly what we wanted. Range is perfect. Exactly where we wanted the range to be. Oh no! And that's it. Without heat sinks, this fight's over. Let's go and try again. The heat sink is necessary not just because it keeps you cool, it's necessary because it also feeds your power distributor. Without the sink feeding your power distributor, you don't have enough sustained DPS to exert the Hydra. So you lose, or I lose in this case. Shoot me, come on. I want to restart here. Actually stop the ship. Now this guy is too fast for these guys to even shoot me. Come on. I'm standing literally still. Coming at you. Shoot me. Thank you. Alright, second time's charge. Go a little slower. Going a little so the problem is we're going slower is that the thing catches up to you. My orbit didn't stall. The interceptor caught up with me here. That's what happened. Target 2, American 0. Yes, that is the score so far, Quadrad. You're right. It wasn't an orbit stall in the normal sense that you were sort of maintaining range but aligning vectors and stalling that way. It was a stall because I actually had the interceptor catch up to me. The way you handle that and the way you deal with that is you need to start a little bit further away. I thought I could dictate enough range, but I just am not fast enough to be able to do this in the ship. You can take quicker counter thrust if you're in the blue zone. Well, your acceleration doesn't change on iota, so no, you can't do that. The only thing that changes in your blue zone is your pitch rate, and the pitch rate wasn't the issue here. Mechan isn't a boost orbiter. Well, I don't mind being a boost orbiter, but this ship has one boost every 26 seconds, so this ship is not a boost orbiter. Yeah, you probably should do a boost gear or boost something. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to do it if you get in that situation as well, and I might try it if we get into that situation again. But I try not to get into a situation in the first place by actually starting a little bit further away. That would be better. If we can do that. Hydra day. That's a maybe. That's too far to go for a maybe. Oh, Hydras today. Scouts. Oh man, are there any other Medusas here? Another system that has a lot of Medusas is the so-called Hydra Zoo, but with the advent of colonization, the signal sources have been dramatically cut. So there's not that many anymore. Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. I think we're almost out of signals, which would mean we are entirely out of Medusas. I don't think we have any 7s here. Which means we might have to hop systems, unless we have to wait. Yeah, you can set your sensitivity of the FSS if you want, or you can switch to mouse. Both work. I don't think we have a 7 at all anywhere. There is a 7 here, but it's very far. How much time we have? 5 minutes? No, we're not. I mean, maybe we reach it, but barely. And even then, it's just a chance roll. So, well, the alternative is either go there or we hop systems. The thing is, there really isn't a place to reliably get Medusas right now. Asterope doesn't have a lot. Merope might have. Well, we actually can make the jump into Merope, and it's not that much fuel, so maybe we'll do that. Let's do that. Merope is pretty. Yeah, Cossack, 2 carrier jumps. Yeah, half an hour away at least. See if we can avoid having to do that. Yeah, Asterope has a decent amount. Although Asterope tends to have more Cyclops and Basilisks and Medusas, but yeah, Merope is also usually fine. We'll see. All right, let's see what we got here. We're only in the 4 zone. Should be fine. Six. Come on, where are the 7s? There you are. Asked for one, and I received it. Oh, it's not a guaranteed 7, so we'll roll it if there's nothing else to roll. Six. So typically for this kind of harder fight, I would go back and watch the recordings and see what I did and didn't do as input into what I would change for the next attempt. But obviously right now that's not an option, so we will just give them a try, which is fine. I don't see anything here. There's probably something up or down off of the orbital plane somewhere. But let's roll that 7. Oh yeah, I mean there's 8s and 9s. Like 9s but you know, we're only looking for guaranteed interceptors or potential interceptors. If you're seeing 9s, it means that your scanner is too far on the left side of a scanning range, which means you're also picking up instances that include scouts, and that's a no-no for what we're doing here. People would say if I'm running 2 small guarding gauss cannons. In a completely unengineered build, I have shown others on the stream doing like a module scroll. There is no engineering symbol whatsoever on any of these. Thank you, appreciate it. Because again, what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to think like, I gotta stay on target and not get so close that Thargoid passes me or zaps me on future hearts. Which means I probably need a bit more velocity and a bit more range at the beginning to do that. So that we use the Thargoid's own velocity as it catches up to me to... no beam to keep myself cool, my friend. I have 2 small hardpoints. This is a Sidewinder. Unengineered. If you put a beam on this, first of all, you need engineering, so it defeats the no engineered purpose. And number 2, you don't have enough DPS to kill Medusa. So, yeah, unfortunately, no beams to keep me cool, no. It is an interesting challenge. Not easy, I agree. Possibly not the hardest I've done, but certainly not among those I can do relaxed or blindfolded, as I have done on occasion. Thank you, Uncle J. There's a few challenges in AXI involving a Sidewinder. I can only think of Swarm. There's more than Swarm. Alright, let's roll this 7 and see if we roll. Vanguard is also Side. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I keep forgetting that we changed up Vanguard completely. In my mind, Vanguard is still the old point system Vanguard. Super old thing. But that was a while back. My favorite Medusa killer ship. Favorite as in the best, or favorite as in the most fun, or favorite as in the most wonky and ridiculous and hilarious, despite of how good it is? How do you want to define favorites, Sakuras? All 4. I mean, the most powerful AX ship in the game, as I was mentioning earlier, is the modified Shard Corsair. So, okay, let's see if we got a Medusa here. So we might, yeah, we got one. Sorry, man. We'll sort of get back to a chit chat later, and now we'll kind of get into a little bit of focus mode, as we also need to get some distance away from the green cloud, otherwise the Thargoid starts moving weird when we start the fight, and we don't want that. Alright, kill our engines. We're not far away enough, but we're decently far. Let him scan. Flight assist off. Pips are good. Heatsink pre-synth is ready. Alright. Pre-synth, go. And off to the races. No debris here. So more Thargons, but less we can get a bit more range than last time. Go to 1.2, 1.3, and use like angle velocity instead. So that no, this is not good. This is what I was saying of the green cloud. It does the initial boost away when you're in the green cloud, which completely messes things up like it did here. Otherwise, range control has been perfect for the rest of the exert here. And now it's catching up to me. And this is bad. I got it. But I can't control anything here. I have no heat sinks, and this thing doesn't turn. Yes! Woo! Man, we are burning hot. We'll take a bunch of heat damage. But we did it. Part 1's down. Woo! We're taking a bunch of... No, I had it. I canceled. I thought I'd been hit, but instead it was just heat damage. We lost all of our... We lost a lot of stuff. We are significantly damaged. But again, any fight you can walk away, guys. Any fight you can walk away. Oh, you have heat sinks. Sinks. Whew. Range. How are we doing on range? Sign running. See if we can get enough range. Why are we not getting range? Am I not fast enough? I guess I have to do a pass. Burn a heat sink there too. But we'll do a pass because like we're not getting enough range here. Alright, now we got range. Sign running down. Alright. So now we gotta repair everything. So how do we do this? Can somebody get the counter of the timer, please, from 4 minutes from when that thing was destroyed? Because we need to synthesize a million different things. Alright. Alright. We are repairing. Our FMU is also kind of like... Let's repair a thrust as well. We have some range. Oof. Alright, we got this. We got heatsink. Well, we've got 1 or 2 heatsinks. So we got the wrong one. We got the other heatsink. We need our engines back, though. Faster, 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 faster. Alright, we got... keep repairing our engines. Engines are back. We got enough range. 1954 is the engage time, so 2 minutes from now, I guess. Whew. So now we need a bunch of other things. We need limpets badly. Because we lost those when our cargo hatch malfunctioned. Alright. Let's get repairing. And then we need our weapons to be repaired. Otherwise they will malfunction, and if our weapons malfunction, bad things happen. If most things malfunction, bad things happen. Is it still there? Let's Let's actually target it so I get range info. 4.2 kilometers. Alright, so basically engage time will be now. We'll have to fight for enrage, which is fine. Enrage normally is scary, but you know, if once you have an enraged Goid, you know, it's the fight doesn't get any worse anymore. So, and so also as we burn limpets, our speed goes up, and our ability to control range goes up, and our agility goes up. So good things happen as we burn more limpets. How is our weapons coming along? Are we out of AFMU ammo already? Wow. This is going to be a lot of AFMU burning. The swarm is not enraged, right? I don't think we agitated the swarm. Like, I'm keeping an eye on that. But did we synthesize our heat sinks or no? What happened with the sinks? I guess we have to do this one. I did the other one. Now we got a bit more speed, which is nice. Did this thing synthesize? And oh, this repaired. All right. Let's repair our power distributor. That is important. Malfunction power distributor means you also get into serious trouble. Cargo hatch took a humongous beating. We have our full sinks again. I didn't pre-farm for mats, I just had them, honestly. And yes, it is material intensive. Thank you for the heads up on shields, but we just are not ready to engage. We have to do this slow way. That's exactly how Lord Sharks describe it. Like, fill in the mats, and then when we're empty, we go again. I want to get far, but not so far that this guy starts running away from me. Now, getting the orbit right the orbit insertion right is going to be incredibly difficult, because like too steep and the thing goes past me and I can't catch up. Too shallow and it catches me and it zaps me with lightning and the fight is over. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge. How much ammo do we have left, by the way? 42 shots. We should probably also synthesize ammo. Although, should we? Should we not? How many synthesis do we have? 36? Let's go. Let's do it. Life support is back online. Got our sinks repaired. Sinks fail, we fail. Alright, heat sinks are back. We don't really need a frame shift drive, whatever. Sensors we do need, because like without, well, sensors we can't see. They're blind, as I just demonstrated, which is a bad idea. How are we doing on ammo? I need to reload the second cannon, right? Yeah. Also, I want my sensors back. I do not like being blind. Did I somehow supercharge my FSD? What? I did not do this. Oh, I might have done this instead of my heatsink launcher. That might have been a misclick earlier. Hey, Commander Horus, welcome to the stream. Alright, we are no longer blind. Let's see what else. Ooh, MRP. This is critically important. Where is the Goid? Oh, oh, there it is. 5.2 kilometers. Alright, range is good. Okay. So we got MRPs back. We do need our cargo hatch to not completely fall apart, so we lose all our limpets. Or we don't have limpets, but we needed to be able to use limpets later. Let's repair while we're at it. Now this is going to be an issue. Like if my FMU gets completely shot before Heart 6, I have no ability to repair anymore, and that will be the end of the fight, regardless of what else we've done. So the FSD, we can leave it shot. I mean, it's a bit of a buffer for more modules that are more important, but I think we can leave it like this. Did we repair with the last repair limpet? No, we didn't. So let's do it now. The good thing about fighting with no limpets is your flight model is much better. Alright, I think we are all good here. Hatch is back on. Not that it turns on, it turns off anyway. These should be on 1, otherwise a problem. Let's get to 6 kilometers and then we can engage. Now the sword is enraged, so if we agitate the swarm, it's gonna be tricky. Everything looks in order. Let's get ready to pre-synthesize heat sinks. Alright, this is gonna be rough. Where are we at range now? We're not enough range. We gotta get at least 6 kilometers out. Then we can turn around and begin our maneuver. Now, the problem with pre-synthing in this pass is if a swarm hits you, it cancels your pre-synth, so you don't actually get the extra sync in the end. And it's very hard to not get hit by a swarm at this unengineered velocity. Very, very, very hard. I will see. Alright, let's charge our engine distributor so that we have a boost when we need it. You never know, we might need it. Let's give it one more boost. And recharge, and then we'll switch to engage mode and we will go in for the pass. All right, engine is charged, switch to pips, ready to pre-synth here. Look at how slow this thing turns. Swarm is up there, so we're gonna go down here. It's a cone, so it's not gonna missile me, but it will shoot me. Yeah, there's no way I'm pre-synthing here and not getting shot at. There you go, I'm getting shot at. Whew. I'm sweating, guys. I am sweating. Someone get the time, please. Thanks. Whew. Ah. All right, let's not get too far. Oh, this guy could jump out. This is a good distance. Sinks are coming back. Sinks take forever. Ooh, oh, he's jumping out. It's recalled the swarm. I'm trying to get my heat up. Oh, all right, we got range. We good. Whew! I had a heart attack for a moment. Let's refill our second sink here. We're out of shooting range. All right, we're back in combat range. Whew. All right, now we are managing range properly. Where we need to be. Limpets, 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 limpets. Whew. What else? We need to repair every freaking thing again. A little close to do thrusters right now. Let me actually get some more range before I do thrusters, because getting shot at there is not ideal. How am I doing on ammo? 48. I think it's fine for an XR. Oof. Oh, I'm out of FMU, so that's why it's not repairing. Range, range, range. Did it? That's why we slowed down in Mansk, because now we had limpets. Back to repairing. Fight is in the bag when the fight is in the bag. When the Thargoid blows up, that's when the fire is in the bag. Keep in mind, one lightning and you're dead on this fight. One. How are we doing on range? We're north of 4 kilometers. There's not a lot. Should get a bit more range, but I can't repair some of the drives here. Yeah, don't. Easier said than done, Shax. Easier said than done. Especially my AFMU is at half integrity, and after that, there's no more repairing. I should have gotten a B-rated AFMU. I didn't think about it. It would have been better, actually. Oof. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna dump my limpets because I want to keep as much velocity as I can, and I don't mind synthesizing some more. And I'll keep repairing. Yeah, heat and swarm damage. Again, we'll fight for Enrage because it's the right thing to do. Are we out of AFMU again? Alright. Let's get some more. Range is good. We got life support back. Fix our sinks. Sinks back. FSD is basically shot. This is where I get really antsy, like when I sensor is down. It's like, yeah, but pre-synth doesn't really work. That's the thing. It begins at the beginning of the fight. It works because like you're basically not getting shot at, but there's no way you can approach without engineering at the velocity this thing goes without getting shot at all by the swarm. So pre-synth is a bit of a pointless. It just doesn't work. All right, we're at good range. Repairs are back up. Should we repair our FSD? I don't know. It's like an additional buffer. Other things that like we have some repairs, might as well. What's the other thing that's broken over? The thing that All right. Whew. It is a little bit out of the world, yes. This one is not an easy thing to do, I have to confess. Maybe we get it to 30% or so. Second. 6.2 kilometers, good. Range is good. Repairs are 40%, this is fine. FM 56, we have enough ammo for a pass. We're gonna run out of sinks before we run out of Gauss, so let's do this. One boost, get recharge, turn around, pips to hinge, guns out, fangs out, target locked, sinks targeted. See if we can get a pre-synth in. I doubt, but you never know. After we pass the storm, maybe. Alright, let's try. Alright, sinks, firing. This is a Thargoid boost. Not great. Range control is not great. We're closing in row. Oh! Sweating again. I need to get that quickly repaired. Not too far, so this guy doesn't jump away. Come on, sinks, sinks, sinks. Yes. Whew. Let's see how we're doing on module damage. Starting to get really worried for that AFMU. 43%. Alright, let's get Killshot again, because that thing is losing range. That storm is still out though, so we're not in I'm going to jump out situation yet. More AFMU ammo. We need more sinks. Alright, we're back in kiting range. Whew. Alright, limpets. Prepare more stuff. Alright. .4 kilometers, keep it there. Now we need ammo. also repair our engines while we get ammo back. Getting a little too close for my taste. Let's get back up and instead repair our distributor while we get some range again. And let's dump our remaining cargo. Alright, hull is back. Cargo is back. Check range. Range is good. PD is back. Let's actually repair our drives again. 7, 8, 9, 100. Off we go again. Hatch. More FMU, please. Oh yeah, but no firebug is making this fight a lot easier. Especially after I run out of heat sinks. It is a workout, man. Oh, it's possible. You just need less skill issue than I was having, but it is possible. Like, especially on hard 1, you can pre-sync and you can get 2 sinks off. If you don't have a skill issue I had at the beginning, it is doable. Right. Plus, you can go on silent running, and you know, silent running basically means you don't get hit. You just get more heat damage. You have to repair for longer, but you can fire in silent running if you want. Right. It's a small Gauss. It does spike you, but it doesn't spike you to like insanity levels. Right. Ammo is back. Ammo is back. Again, I've given up on trying to stay under enrage in this fight. I'm just repairing all the way up each time, and it takes time. Alright, now we're getting a little too far though. Sinks back up. Sensors. Now that we're far, might as well do it while we're far. I can fry you, but you know, the alternative is being shot out of the sky. It's better to fry a little than being shot out of the sky. Right, eyes are back. Ooh, power plant is damaged. Closing at 6 kilometers. FSD is doing its work, yeah. Repair that a bit too. I think you mean AFMU, but yes. FSD, yes. Yeah, repairs definitely absorbed a bunch of damage that would have gone to other things, so. It was not at 100 though, so it didn't take 81%. Oh, how much is it in points? Well, you can look. It's just what's the integrity of FSD? Integrity is 41, and not a lot. This is not the FSD of Akonda. This is the FSD of a Sidewinder, and D-rated to boot. All right, I think we are good. Let's go to 60. Fine. Are we good here? Yes. Let's go to heatsink presynth. Now that it's gonna work, because it's not, but we'll... psychological comfort anyway. All right, next one. Let's go. Pips to engine. Heatsinks selected. Range is good. Guns. Pips are good. Everything's in order. Form engaged. Pre-synthesis attempted. Sinks and firing. Good insertion. Good insertion. Very good insertion. What was it with my sniping there? Bad sniping, Mechan. Bad sniping. What heart are we on? Not the last one, right? Anyway, we're out of range of shutdown at this point anyway, so we're good. Should we sync heat sinks? Should we synthesize? Should we do like no? We took basically no damage. AFMU. Can somebody have a timer for this one? Whew. Somebody has a time for this one. Let's get our Albert heat synced out. That was not bad, if I say so myself, yes. Whew. Yeah, FMU is great, no, but it's holding. So is that. How are we doing on ammo? Ammo is good for an ammo pass. We have sinks back. Anybody have a time? No, no radioactive as Medusa. And this is an unengineered Sidewinder. Like... a completely unengineered Sidewinder. Anybody have a time? Medusa has 6 hearts, yes. I think there's 2 left. $19.03, definitely not 03 because it's 1920 right now, so. Oh, 23 is to engage. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. All right. Okay, let's check. AFMU, blah, 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 blah. Let's repair FSD a bit more while we're at it because we got nothing better to do while we wait. 1923 to engage. Copy that. Thank you, Shax. Thank you, everybody. Hands are starting to shake. How are we doing on FMU ammo? We need more FMU ammo. Cargo's good. Thanks, Shaq. One minute left, or thereabout. Six quick is good. Said we're good on ammo, right? Yeah. FSD is back in full health. But AFMU is the only thing that's like really worrying me right now. Yeah, the sweat is real. Let's go. Alright, range is good. 10 seconds to 23 or so. Give it a few more seconds. 6 kilometers is good. Pips to weapon. We're at guns. Let's go to our precinct, which is never gonna work, but we'll try it anyway. 6 clicks, range is good, swarm position is good. Angle is good. See if I can get past this swarm before I attempt my precinct. Slow this down a bit. Precinct attempted. Sinks. Shit. Messed up with my buttons. Range control is terrible here. Man, staying cool on the fire there, guys. Woo. Now I have to go silent running. Absolutely. Because this is a shutdown hard, and I need to get out of range. Woo! 12% hull. Ah, I am really sweating now. I'm at 5 kilometers out. Silent running can go. Life support is shot. Let's repair this a little bit. Actually, what is going on here? Cancel synthesis. Why resupply? No, repair. Ugh. Damaged, everything's shot. Let's turn this back on for a moment. Ugh. You are not running away. You might as well turn and shoot in that case. You have to. Like, repairs are shot, so let's repair that first. Repair it enough that we can actually repair. Let's repair the other things that we need to repair. Everything, power distributor and the like. Now let's synthesize our limpets, because we need those. I knew that was going to happen. I was trying to see if I could delay my boost as long as possible. I delayed it too long. And I got zapped. And I knew this was going to happen. This was a complete skill issue. But we are alive. And that is what matters. If barely. Alright, our power distributor is back. Our FSD is completely shot. Our repairing control is working, so we can't repair that. I'll repair our MRP, which is probably the most important thing to repair single-handedly. This is what I'm telling you. Even this is... You can fail this fight at any time. Right? Yeah, FMU is a miracle. I already passed the shutdown wave. This was a shutdown wave hard. The answer was silent running. Oh, I don't need this. Cancel this. But I do need, what do I need? I need ammo. What am I on ammo? 35, 35. I can do it, but I'm not gonna risk it. Doing on cargo. One more. Alright. Running before Scepter. Yeah, I can do that, Shakur, but it's like an additional complicated thing, which I feel carries more of a risk to have me mess other things up than it does to actually help. So conceptually, I agree with you. In practice, I'm not gonna do that. Repairs are good. let's get some range and start repairing our thrusters. %. Let's repair life support. How are we doing on life support? 4 minutes of life support. Should we synthesize life support too? Well, synthesizing limpets right now. Let's survive life support since that takes forever and you don't want to fail this because your life support right now. Or I don't want to at least. I am not doing that, no. I am not doing that. The question is, have I agitated the swarm? That's the question I have right now. Thing is, I think I got my cargo back. Yeah. So we can. Did we get our life support back? Well, we synthesized life support, so we got back to 7 minutes, so that's good. Nope. That's the only life support you got. Your right support runs out, boom, you explode. So I do think the swarm is agitated, so that's one thing we need to test before we mess with anything. Because if it's missiling, we need to reset it before we do anything else. Well, first we need to repair, actually. That's the thing we need to do before anything else. Alright, so we got life support back. Are we getting too close? Yeah, we're getting too close. So I'm not going to repair my sensors, which is what I was about to repair, because I need to be able to check range on where we are there. How are we doing on cargo? Are we all down? No, this one. Alright, we're good. Yeah, we'll do an SR pass, but again, let me sort out the rest of what I need to sort out here first. Oof. I'm not doing a pass without going back to 100% hull first. Also, because this is going to be a kamikaze strike, I think, because it's going to be enraged by the time it does a strike. So, and when it launches after a kamikaze strike, swarms do very odd things these days when they launch after kamikaze strikes. So I'm going to play it really, really safe with regards to the next couple of swarms. All right. Needless to say, this thing does not survive a kamikaze strike if you eat it, so... yeah. Unengineered Sidewinder gem, yes. On last heart of a Medusa. Last. Get some more range. How are we doing on ammo? Ammo's good. I need to repair those thrusters though. Badly. Now range is good, now I can repair thrusters. Catching up quickly. We're probably give the thrusters back on. Get some speed again. Yeah, I want to play it really safe at this point of battle. Engines, please. My hands are shaking and starting to make mistakes now. Frame shift drive. I need limpets. Do I have? I need more limpets. That looks tough, yeah. Vexing Goblin. Like, it does look tough, yeah. Repairs. All this is good. Repair. Continue repairing our thrusters. Although we are too slow now because like we are laden, so we gotta stop this. We gotta first finish repairing our hull and then get some additional speed and range. Anything else besides our thrusters we need to repair? Well, we actually need to repair our repair and controller, but first we need to repair for that. This is gonna take a while. I have done something like this blindfolded, but it was a Cyclops, and it was not an unengineered Sidewinder. It's a bit different. Just closing. Forgot to turn it actually back on. And just no longer closing. I'm getting very nervous. Plan is to kill it, Vexing Goblin. Now we can get the repair and controller to be fixed. And when this thing is fixing, we can test the swarm inside and running. The swarm will missile me if it is in missile formation at 3 kilometers, and it is in missile formation, so that thing is gonna go kamikaze on me. Like, and I need to be very, very, very careful as to how I mess with this. Kamikaze. Oh, it's not kamikazing for some reason. I don't know why. It's only missiling a few times. This is very dangerous. This is probably the most dangerous part of the fight right now. Alright, now it's the time to reset it. Silent running. Straight through. Give me another boost. Give me... What's going on? Oh, I was not in flight assist off. That's what's going on. I had to pop a heatsink, but I managed to reset it. This is why I kept my... What's going on here? Something's wrong. Something's badly wrong. Anyway, let's get this heatsink back. How did we... Are we out of AFMU again? Yes, we are. Alright, we wait. But we reset the most dangerous thing in the fight, so that's the thing. Supply FMU. Turn this back on because we actually need to repair again. Come on, repairs, repairs, please. Thank you. Then let's repair things that now can be repaired without disaster ensuing. We just need to finish repairing. That is back on. I just want to make sure it's not jumping out of me. Range is good. EPTs are good. PD is good. Let's now give it another sensor pass here. We are all out of cargo, I think, which is good, which is what we want. Sensors are back online fully. Repairs. On repairs. Meta repairs. Okay, we're getting back into combat shape. AFMU is still at 43. Fingers crossed. How are we doing on ammo? Ammo is full. We're good. That MRP took some hits. I have to repair that too. Swarm can do some damage on tiny ships like this one. Can and will do some damage, not a lot of damage. I did already. I did that check already. The pass. Where is that? The storm already. Distance is 6.8 kilometers. You're good. I'm good. Oh yeah, I thought you were saying it was too close. Yeah, no, it's fine. Alex would not approve. Maybe not. Are we all 100? Oh, MRP. Now we're all 100, except we have two things I cannot repair. Alright, I think we are good to go, yeah? Range is good. Guns. Pips. Is that still in missile formation? I can't quite tell. I think that's still in missile formation. I think it did not reset. Which means this is gonna kamikaze now at this point. It's definitely gonna be enraged. So let's play with it for a moment. There you go. Kamikaze strike inbound. See, but when you know what to expect, you can actually survive it. Now it's going to launch a new swarm. There it is. The thing is, now, when it launches the swarm, it's unclear if they launch in standard formation or if it's launch in agitated formation and they kamikaze you again. That looks like a regular spiral though, so that is not, and it's not missiling me, so that's a regular formation. Good thing we checked. Good thing we checked. Very good thing we checked. Now we're though too close to engage properly, so let's get ready. We're getting range and then we will engage. Let's do this. Still too close. I'm gonna get 6 kilometers or so. Somehow I feel we're going very slow. Are we somehow laden or what is going on? No. Oh, we're going 480, which I thought is less than what we're supposed to be going. Something off. Something feels off, but I'm not sure what it is. Alright, whatever. We're at 6 kilometers, which is fine. Alright, ready to engage now. Pips in weapon. Thinks we're not gonna pre-synth at this point. It's kind of pointless. We are ready. Getting into orbiting angle. Guns are ready. Pips are good. Orbit insertion angle is good. Making it go exactly where I want and engaging. Talk about scary, huh? Man! Man! That was freaking epic! That was freaking epic! Whew. Sweat. Where is the guy now? There it is. All right. Man. Oh, you were toast. Yeah, I thought there was a good chance I was gonna be toast too. Like, that was something. Alright, this is repaired. It's not done yet, man. It's not, fight is not over until it is. So, let's keep rolling. I have enough ammo to finish it though. What am I synthesizing if anything? I need limpets for days. No, it's one caught up on me. When I got zapped, I got just buried zapped, but it was enough to slow me down that the swarm flew over me. I got the boost, but I didn't get the boost quick enough. Alright, let's keep repairing everything. I don't care if I don't need to repair everything, I'm repairing everything. That was something, huh? Right. That was something. 32% on AFMU. I need to build a statue of that AFMU. Ah. Alright, 6 clicks. We're good. Would subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate it. Go ahead. You are more than welcome to do so. Alright. More FMU. Do I have sinks? Yes. Do I need ammo? No. Do I need more limpets? No, but I do need to use them. Range is good. Hatch is back. Life support is back. Do we have enough time for life support? Yeah, we're good. Life support is back. Range is still good. Next repair. FSD is basically an MRP for me at this point. It's just soaking up damage, but otherwise we go to more important modules. Yeah, no, man. I don't care how long the shield is down, and it's I'm just super playing it super safe, like. Getting a little too far now. I'm out of limpets, so I need more. Still there. Let him catch up a little bit. I'll keep repairing. Hero Bay full. Good. Let's put some of those limpets to work. Thank you, Shaq. SD's back. Let's get sensors while we are still at a reasonable range out. Am I out AFMU again? AFMU, my hero. A little concerned about being blind for so long, but my speed is not high, so I should be fine. Eyes back on. I can't repair this, so never mind. Alright, we're still good. Range is pretty good, actually. Alright, I think we are... The only thing that needs repairs is the actual repair plant, the repair controller, but we need to first finish our limpets before we repair that, and then we're good. Falling aluminum. .4. Last limpet. good. So this is where, by the way, I get things really wrong, because I try to keep range actually reasonably far, because you don't need to be close, it no longer regenerates. But I somehow always end up screwing up and getting in trouble. As I said, this fight is not over until it's over. Until that thing blows up. Then it's over. Repair is complete. Let's get that actual thing repair itself. Gauss ammo is fine. We don't need more than that. Target it. Repairs are almost done. How's my FMEO plant? Alright. We're almost ready for what hopefully is a panel pass. Probably be a final pass one way or another. Weapons. Flipping. Beginning. Insertion. Maneuver. Storm looks chill. Is they not going to missile me? Which is one thing we care about. Sinks engaged. Firing. Actually gonna reboost away and go silent running for a moment. And I did one pass, I'm gonna do another. Since that was wide, that was probably too wide. Here I don't need to probably repair, unless something took massive damage. Again, I'm playing it really, really, really super easy here. Alright, range is good again. Sinks should be back. Look at my fuel. I'm almost out of fuel. Alright. Alright, let's engage. Uh-oh, storm is in the wrong direction. Angle. Alright. Got it. Getting it to the right angle. Alright, sink coverage. Now, engaging. Yeah, baby! Woo! Oh, man. That was a workout. Woo! Oh. Oh. This is the hardest fight I've done in a long time. Woo! Yeah, baby. Woo! Oh. Oh man. There's definitely some clips in this fight. That clip worthy. Oh. I'm gonna let the Thargoid cloud there dissipate, and then I'm gonna go pick that heart up, actually. Because why not? If it hasn't already disappeared. Is this heart still there? I might have gone too far and the heart has already despawned. Yeah, it despawned. Never mind. No heart. Whoa. Hannibal, you asked a question in the XA Discord. Can hef be done in a Sidewinder? The answer is yes. It is not easy, though. Alright, let's skedaddle. Normally I would self-destruct, but I don't think this Sidewinder has earned the right to not be self-destructed. Do I have enough fuel to get back? I don't know if I have enough fuel to get back. No. Let's see. I do. Let's roll. Hey Mutsi, we just did something that might have been considered barely possible until now. Please what? Thank you, Hannibal. Thank you, Shaq. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Man. Yeah, she deserves Scar War. Alright, you don't want me to repair it? Alright, I will not repair the ship. I'll just drop it in unrepaired. Oof. Oh. Guys, I swear this was the hardest fight I've done in a very long time. I'm trying to remember the last fight that made me sweat this much. Like, the last fight I remember that was hard and made me sweat was Type 8 versus Hydra, but it did not make me sweat this much. Like, it's been a long time since I sweat this much. Whew. Yeah, Eagle vs. Hydra was worse than this. Eagle vs. Hydra made me sweat a lot more on this. Also, keep in mind a number of tries. I got this on what, third try? This is my third try, right? I failed to get the first exert twice before I finally got into a rhythm and went through the whole fight. Thank you, Sakuras. It's great to have you. For the Corsair, yeah, so Kai, for the Corsair, there's really two builds, and I have a couple of videos about them. I don't know, Alex, are you still here? Is Alex? Can anybody knows if Alex is still in the chat? Thank you, Rolla. Appreciate it. It was. So let me dock, and then I'll link you the videos, Kai, that you were asking about. There were some epic moments here. Like, I don't know if somebody clipped the, Alex is gone. Alright, fine. I'll send you, I'll post the links for the two videos I'm talking about. That would be hilarious if I crashed onto a pad and died on the pad, wouldn't it? Used to dug an FA off, I don't know why I'm using FA on now, but whatever. Oh, I'm kind of shaking. My hands are shaking. So no repairs, no refuel, no nothing. We're leaving this ship as it is. Earn its war situation thingy. I know, Ansik. It is amazing. This one was good. This one was really good fight. I really enjoyed it. I had fun in ways I haven't had fun in a long time in a video game. Let me find the videos that Kai was asking about. Give me 1 second. So I suggest you watch the following. 1 sec. There you go. So the first thing I suggest you watch is the Corsair Guide versus Thargoids, which is here. And that's probably the best first one to watch. And then there's the easy mode Corsair, which is like which is probably the one I would recommend to less experienced folks, which is just freaking amazing, which is this one. This is the easy mode Corsair, and it's just a freaking amazing build. Alright, let's swap out of his ship so I don't accidentally repair, and then Shaq is gonna be super upset at me. This is AX Corsair if you want to see one. I'm tired. Oof. So, where were we? We should make a mid-tier Thargoid in between a Scout and a Hydra for beginners. Yeah, they do. They should. That's called a Cyclops. The crutch ship? Ah, Corsairs are fine. Come on. I just killed a Medusa and an unengineered sort of Sidewinder. I mean, come on. Don't talk to me about your crutch ship. I'm gonna post this in TN Metals. I think I have a screenshot of it. Let me see. Ooh, man. Where did it go? Here it is. Where is TM Metals? Here. E. Where's TM Metals again? Can't find that. Oh, under reports and TM Metals. Alright, there we go. For T unengineered Sidewinder versus Medusa F S withstand worthy, assuming no fire back level acceptable. Full fight here. This is the live stream link. But that's not the live stream. This is the live stream. Oh man. Hydra versus SLF when? We did SLFs versus Interceptors, and it's terrible. Like, it's just terrible. Like, I mean, you don't have heat sinks. They immediately kill you. Like, it's just not fun. Thank you, Ansik. You're very kind. I'm ruining get into a meta chief. That's the one. Yeah, I can show. Actually, I was telling you earlier. I can show you the chieftain I have on my shirt, which is here actually. I think it's here, if I haven't sent it somewhere, which I might have. But, oh, it's here. There it is. This is, send it to the dock, so you can see it. But I can actually move my carrier back to its base now. Since we're done here in Stereopy. Vector. Is this red exclamation mark? Has anybody ever seen this red exclamation mark? What does it mean? What does a red exclamation mark mean? And there's two of them. There's another one here. Are these like ready to the CG or something? I guess it might be ready to the CG. I don't really know what else it would be. Oh, power play. I see. Thank you. Thank you, Sprite. Alright, let's set a course back to base. In the meanwhile, as I mentioned, I'll show you the chieftain, which is actually the one that is on my t-shirt. Right, this one is the chieftain with the Titan reward ship kit and with a chrome paint job. I think it looks rad. Probably my favorite looking ship overall. Badass. Badass. This is the set. Wife, what are you watching me? Nothing on earth. I'm watching a heroic lunatic. I love that. Thank you for that definition, Tatsumi. Heroic lunatic. I've been called a lot of things, but that one I haven't been called yet. I like it. Heroic lunatic. You know what? I like it so much that I'm gonna, since it's no longer a bad idea because it worked, we will rename the ship, which we just did this fight in, which used to be called Bad Idea. It shall be renamed what you just suggested, which is, if we ever get to it, from Bad Idea to Heroic Lunatic. I love that. Done. Woo! It's a good name, yeah. I love it. Good one. Perfect name. Alright guys, I need a break. I'm gonna go and have a drink of water and probably lie down for a minute. But thank you for keeping me company. I really appreciated you tagging along this this Bad Idea turned Heroic Lunatic thing. I've had a ton of fun. It's been a ton of fun, and there've been a couple of moments like that. I don't know if you clipped it or somebody clipped it, but like, I mean, when I got zapped by lightning, I thought I was going to die. I really thought I was going to die. I was like, in the odd chance I am not going to die, I'm just going to shoot this heart, and at least I get the heart. And I go out, and I go down shooting in glory. But for some miracle, I survived, and that worked out. And then the next time when I got tapped by lightning, the swarm flew over me, got agitated while enraged, and kamikaze striked at me, and I dodged at the very last second, and you can see the kind of swarm missile exploding like maybe 10 meters outside of my cockpit. Like, that was also like, I don't know, there were two very clippable moments in this absolutely insanity of a fight. It was close, but sorry for the 50% of you guys who said that the Goid was going to win. Oh, you know, the Goid did win the first two fights. Well, I mean, granted, I could have run away, but I did not win. The Goid did win the first two fights. So, the last hard, dodge a lightning, correct a battle over with boost, dodge a sword swarm. Yeah, that one. That's the second one I was talking about, yeah. Nice. Love that, Shaq. So it was a very dumb idea. It was a bad idea, but you know, that's some Mechan things. Dumb ideas sometimes work. But this one was close. This is very doable. I don't know like how it looked to you guys, but I had to really focus and I had to really pay attention, which means now I'm completely drained. All right, guys. Glory to mankind. Thank you for following along. Love you all. And Commander Mechan out.